All right, so here's my Privateer 161. All right, so basically it's an enduro bike. So I just got these Continental tires, Continental Kryptotal front, right? Kryptotal front. This is the trail. For use as trail, the compound is, I think they call it endurance compound because it's a little bit, harder. And what is this one? Maybe that's the casing. Anyways, it's it's a trail tire. So this is the front. I got the same thing, but the rear one, right? Continental rear. And it's mainly, the center knob's different. I think the side knobs, or let's see, the side knobs is the same. The center knob's different. Basically two wider ones and two narrow ones. Let's look at this one. Yeah, so it looks like, well, actually, you know what? The side knob is slightly different. It's the same shape, but if you look at it, there's an angle to it. See this angle? It's like that sort of. Over here, it has a little bit of an angle too, but it's not as much of an angle. So it's more perpendicular this way. But anyways, so this one has the two big knobs, and one big knob in the middle and two small knobs. So that's the front one. So anyways, I wasn't sure how I would like these. For a while I've been using Deliums. These are the Deliums. Deliums, right? Delium Fast 2.4 in front, and this is the Delium Steady 2.4 in the rear. That's what I used, and I actually even have two of these, and I used this front and rear compared to this in the rear. I think on the Deliums, these for a rear tire, it's better than this as a rear tire. So I don't recommend this tire at all, this Steady tire. If you're gonna go with one of these in the front, go with that in the back too. So anyways, so that's what I was using before. So compared to the Kryptotal, especially this rear tire right here, the Kryptotal rolls faster. It has a faster roll. But if I had both of these ones, front and rear, then this rolls pretty fast too. I think this might roll slightly faster front and rear if I use this front and rear. But with the Kryptotal front and Kryptotal rear, with this combination here, the Kryptotal actually rolls faster. The Kryptotals, I think, are slightly heavier. I think Delium, whatever the weight is, I'm not sure it's accurate. I never actually weighed them. And actually, I never even weighed the Kryptotals either. But with the Continentals, I actually have some inserts. This is the first time I've ever used inserts. I never used inserts before. With the inserts, I'm using the Victoria Super Light, I believe they call it, and they claim it's 45 grams. Let's call it 50 grams. Let's round it up to 50 grams. So that's really light compared to like Crush Core. Crush Core is like well over 100 grams. It's like 100 and how heavy a Crush Core? I think the lighter version is like a little bit over 100 grams, and the heavier version is like 150 grams. Because they have like different versions as well, right? Just like the Victoria, they have different versions, but I'm using the super light ones. And they work great. I'm able to run, normally with these tires, I was running 20 in the front, 22.5 in the rear. But with the Kryptotals and the Victoria super light inserts, I'm running 20 in the rear and I think 18 in the front. I might drop the front down to 17.5. And it felt fine. I went and rode my usual rock garden sharp rocks, and it held up fine. I didn't even feel anywhere near being bottoming out or anything. Even comparing to this with the higher pressure, 20 in the front and 22.5 in the rear, this one felt more squished down when I hit like a sharp rock or something like that. So I really like these Kryptotals. Even comparing to the DHR and DHF, I think these, I can't remember was it this bike, but anyways, I did use some DHR and DHF, not the downhill casing, but just the regular EXO casing, the 2.4 as well. I didn't like those at all. It's like these Kryptotals are way better. They roll way faster, and they grip. I think they grip better as well. So I'm really digging these, and and I'm doing my climb today, my technical rock garden, climbing up. I go down it, but I also climb up it. And these tires were going up it, no problem. It was me that was running out of breath. Basically, I was running out of breath, and I just, basically I gassed out. I ran out of gas, and my legs couldn't, I couldn't pedal anymore. It's like, fuck. So I had to get off and walk. But these tires, though, they just held traction the whole time. It didn't spin out or anything. Normally with these tires here, especially this one right here, this is worse than this. This is a better rear tire than this one is. With this tire, it will actually spin out and sometimes, and I lose grip. Same thing with other tires here, like the Recons and all the other tires I've ever tried. I think that these Kryptotals front rear setup, I climb better with these than any other tires I've tried so far. That includes the DHR, DHF as well. Those weren't, I don't know, I didn't like those at all. They felt too heavy, too much rolling resistance. I only used those I think once, maybe twice, and I was like, nope. So I had to go with faster rolling tires, and these Kryptotals are. So again, this is my, I use this bike for, rock gardens, more technical, rocky terrain. I just came from Tahoe last week. I was in Tahoe last week. I rode for 2 days, and this bike was perfect for that with these tires. These tires and this setup with the inserts, it was perfect for that. It felt fantastic. Up there, I was using 20 in the front and 22.5 in the rear, and actually that's the first time I ever used these tires. Before that, I never used these tires. So that was the first time riding on these tires. So I wasn't sure about the pressure. So I went with my tried and true tire pressure that I always use. Even though I knew that with the inserts I should be able to go less. But so today actually, with my regular trail that I normally use, because I know it so well, I went down 2 psi on on the front and rear on each, just to see how it felt, and it felt great. It felt even more cushy and more traction. Other thing about these tires, these Kryptotals, is that they're very predictable. Both front and rear, they're very predictable. When they slide out, if they, like for example, if I'm in a turn, and the turn is sandy, so so it's loose, right, and it might slide out. Even the front might slide out, but it's very predictable. It's not one of those things where you're going, and all of a sudden just out of nowhere you just go and you're like, oh shoot, this one you're going, then you can sort of feel it, then it slides out, then it's controlled the whole time. It's controlled, it's predictable, and it gets traction again. I'm wondering if that's because sometimes tires. If you look at this, you see right here between the side thread and the side knob and center knob, there's a little channel, how it opens up a little bit. I'm wondering if that's about where it slides out, because that's been my experience. The rear is like that too. I want to say a little bit of a channel. So that's been my experience with tires that are like this, that has this channel. They tend to, at a certain lean, when you're right in that transition from here to here, it wiggles a little bit. But this one is very predictable. Whereas other tires I've tried, it wasn't. It would just wash out really bad, and it's real sketchy. Felt real greasy. But this one, when it wiggles a little bit, it doesn't feel greasy. So yes, I'm really digging this. Now I'm curious to I want to try the Xanotals, right? The one that's even more trail focused. These Kryptotals, if you look at the knobs, you see that it has a ramp on the knobs, right? Both the front and rear, the center knobs, they have a little ramp, so that's why they roll faster. The Kryptotals has even more of a ramp. It's even more pronounced, so it rolls even faster. It's even not the Kryptotal. These are the Kryptotals, the Xanotals. So they have more of a ramp. So compared to the Deliums, they got no ramps. It's just, especially the steady tire, it has no ramp. It's just perpendicular blocks, and maybe the front tire has slight angle of a ramp, but not that much. But anyways, so I'm really digging these Kryptotals. Really like them. Again, they roll really fast, and they don't feel heavy. I thought they would. I do notice a little bit more weight on these compared to these ones, but I think that's because I have the inserts in them. If there was no insert in them, they probably would feel weight-wise. They probably feel the same, and because they roll faster than this combination. The only time I feel that weight is is when I'm grinding up a climb. You know, grinding up a climb. That's when I feel that little bit of a. That's when I'm able to notice just a tiny bit more weight. But on the flats, for example, because they roll faster, they actually feel faster. They feel lighter on the flats when they're rolling. So yeah, so that's what my thoughts on on the Kryptotals. Again, I've ridden them for 3 rides now. 2 rides in Tahoe, 2 days in Tahoe, and 1 day here just right now, just coming back. All right, thanks for watching.